So explain just for the followers to know. Once you get a suspension, how hard is it actually to get the actual license back?
So truck driver's license is pretty much like any other license, but the companies, once they see a suspension, they start asking why. And once they ask why, then they start digging. And then they start looking to see.
You got bad habits.
Yeah, what's what. Then they start noticing speeding tickets and this and that, and then they start questioning. And then it's kind of like, once they ask the second question, they don't want to mess with you because now you're a liability. And they don't care if you're 18 or 25. It's a 10-year gap. They're looking at it and going, nah, we're going to let this dude loose with a $100,000 truck and a $50,000 trailer.
Ooh, yeah.
And we're not even considering payload.
Okay.
Nah.
It's a big liability right there.
Go out and kill somebody and, the company gets sued. You in jail. It don't make a difference.
Okay.
So you get that and you're toast. You know what I mean? So that was me. And it was hard because I went from a point where every company I applied for, it was no problem. Boom, you in here. Hire. Even some of the bigger, harder companies to get in. And for once in life, I got no's all across the board. And I was hurt. My little brother at the time, he didn't even want to drive a truck, and he got approved. And you know what I'm saying? He didn't want to do it.
And this is the point, too, right here, that, like, I can understand that somebody would get frustrated and just give up. But you see, he didn't give up. He kept on trying. Most of y'all would have just gave up and just been, man, that this could lead to you having your own business. You probably would just gave up and went and worked at FedEx or something, like just got something like else done.
I don't like rules.
Yeah.
I don't like dictatorship. I don't like micromanagement. I don't like that. I just want to go work. You know what I mean? I want to enjoy my day. So I'm like, man, okay, I got to do something. So got my license. Everything's cool, working little odds and ends here and there. Got blessed with some unemployment from years ago. Yeah, so, I collected that, and I ended up, by the grace of God, man, I bumped into this dude, one of my friends. He put me on to his brother-in-law. His brother-in-law, he was, I ain't going to put him out there neither, but, mediocre trucking. Okay. But man put me on. He was like, yo, I see something in you. He gave me a truck, put me to work. Okay. And that job made me a truck driver because, man, I was doing over the road, on the side of the road repairs, popping off tires in the dark with people speeding past me at 70.
And everything, man.
Yeah, man, I'm out there replacing hubs at 3 o'clock in the morning. Man. I'm fixing AC pumps at customers and starters, getting my hands on, man, and it felt good. I liked it. I was like, man, all this drama is going to get me somewhere, I didn't understand it at that time, but I did it because I had mouths to feed other than myself, Yeah. I had a lady at home. I had kids. I had to do it.
See, so the man is responsible, and he's put in his family and his girl, which is his family. It's all one unit. And before himself, he knows what he has to get up and do every day, and he makes sure he gets it done because he knows what the responsibilities that people are relying on him.
So I did that job. Everything was cool, and then paperwork was janky. Long story short, I get pulled into the scale. Keep your paperwork right because fools are shady. So roll through the scale one day, and regular day work, pull in. DOT officer tells me, hey, go ahead, park over here. Come inside. Let's talk to you. All right, cool. So go in, get my logbook, everything straight. Come in, handle my logbook. They go, hey, man, all 3 of these DOT numbers on this truck are incorrect.
Ooh.
They're all inactive. What? The insurance is fraudulent. And you got a fake tag on there. Your tags is 1.5 years expired, bro. What? These fuel permits are invalid. I'm like, what? Yeah, all these are misdemeanors in the state of Arizona. And the driver gets charged for these because you're supposed to be up on this stuff.
And more likely the dude that put you in the truck knew that?
Yeah, he knew it. So needless to say, I got 6 misdemeanor tickets on my license. And I'm just like, man, I was just on the upcome. I'm coming up, I'm moving, saving money, and another brick wall. So I'm like, oh. So I'll call back home, talk to my fam, talk to my lady. They're all like, quit. I'm like, I need this bread. Yeah. Wifey's like, have faith. It's going to be cool. Just quit. Quit your job, turn around, go back. Man. So I called dude. I'm like, hey, bro, this is what happened. Yeah. He's like, oh, let me call and fix it. Hold on, what?
How did he claim he was going to fix it?
He's like, yeah, I'm going to call the state and fix this and get this paperwork right and get this right. 20 minutes later, Groove calls me. Hey, man, everything is good. Go ahead and roll. Nah, man. You been having riding dirty for a year, bro, and it's a 15-minute fix. Nah, man. Hey, I'm gonna bring your truck back to you, bro, because I'm good. So that's what I did, man. Took his truck back.
Took it back.
Parked it in front of my parents' house just because it was a safe location. You know, I could watch it. It was loaded. Told him, hey, man, truck's at my parents. Come get it. Yeah. 5 days he begged me, and as tempting as it was, because I could use the money, I was like, nah.
See, but that's good, man, because you actually weighed it out and know that just not all money is good money. You weighed it out to where like the consequences and the headache it was going to bring just to make that short bit of money for the time being.
I mean, I tell you, I was running scales for the dude, man. I was doing all kind of wild stuff. Okay. You know, the money paid, man. You know, and like I said, I had family, so they had to eat. Yeah. So next step after that was I still couldn't get a job nowhere because I wasn't established enough. Yeah. So I had to brainstorm of, you know what, I'm gonna go into business. Okay. Ain't nobody deny me insurance if I'm paying money. You know what I mean? Okay. Hey, y'all, I had $500. I ain't gonna lie to you.
See, he's letting you know right there exactly what he started off with.
Straight up. I had $500 to my name. $500 in the dream. And I went looking. Me and wife, we went driving around, looked on the internet. I found a truck. I said, man, let me go see what this is about. Credit bad, y'all, jacked up. Ain't got no money, credit bad. I had a 0. You know what I mean? Yeah. And that means that when you got a 0, you ain't got good credit, you ain't got bad credit, you nobody.
Like pretty much you don't exist.
Yeah. You nobody. So I went down, rapped with the people, the owner of the place. I'll shout him out, Best Deal Truck Sales in Fontana.
Okay.
Best Deals Truck Sales. If you ever need a truck.
So people who are trying to get a starter, that's a good spot to get like a starter truck.
You can go down there and rap with them. They got good equipment. It ain't 100%, but
hey, it's gonna get you started.
It's gonna make you money. It's gonna make you money. Went down there, hollered at them. Dude told me, hey man, look, your credit is bad, bro. Co-signer ain't even gonna help. This is a business.
So somebody with an 800 square wasn't even gonna help?
Nah, man. They said this is business equipment. You know what I'm saying? This is like renting a building that you gonna, do some questionable work out of. Okay. They don't care what you're gonna do with it, but they want to know you can pay. Yeah. I couldn't pay. I didn't have no monies. I didn't have no income. Okay. And I had $500 in a dream. Okay. Dude goes, man, I see something in you, bro. I'm gonna finance this myself.
So in-house finance.
Yeah. Okay. I'm an in-house system. That's what we're gonna do. I need you to put half of this truck down.
And how much was the truck at the time?
Truck was $25,900.
Yeah.
And I said, man, I got $500, bro. And that man, he didn't even laugh at me. He said, I'll see it in you. You'll make it happen within a week. I said, wow. So I went home, talked to wifey. So what you think? She said, I don't know. What's your plan? I said, I don't know. She was like, let's go talk to my parents.
Okay. So you ran the idea of trying to be your own boss. Okay.
So we ran together a business plan, had a full-fledged business plan, what we're going to do, how we're going to get the money, how we're going to pay them back, how we were going to, afford to pay me as a driver, how to pay the truck, taxes, all of that. Put all that together, bam. Presented it to her parents. No questions.
That's good. But see, because the man came with a plan, he didn't come out there and just ask for a handout. He explained how he was going to return their money, how he was going to make money. So they giving the money. They knew that he was going to make the money back. He got to give the plan and break everything down. And that's how he gained the trust to get the loan. So
shout out to the in-laws. So they came through, no questions asked, cash me out. Okay. So I went down, told the dude, hey man, I got the money. He said, okay. So even better news. So what's up? He said, I got a bank to finance you.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
I said, wow. He said, yeah, man. So my truck payment was $1,500 a month for a year after giving him $15,000.
Okay. And that's but owning a truck, that's doable, that's manageable.
Correct. Okay. Yeah. Most def. So got the truck, didn't have no work. Yeah. Oh man. Next step, have you some work before you get your truck, because having a truck sitting at home is
just another statue in front of the yard.
So I got a truck now, no insurance, because I totally spaced on that.
Yeah. Focus on the truck so much.
If you're starting out, Progressive is a cool spot. They'll insure you. It'll cost you, but Progressive will give you some insurance.
Okay. All right.
I ain't no spokesman for them, but they came through for me with my license jacked up.
Hey, he telling you spend. So if they gave somebody a shot, that's like you said, you hearing the story. He coming from ground up with little minimum money, minimum credit, anything. He's like he just struck his way up.
This is bottom loans, broke. You know, I'm just making it happen trucking. That's what it was.
Yeah.
So I didn't have no work, man, and I went and hollered at people, and they would look at my license record and be like, "Nah, bro, we can't mess with you." Okay. So I ended up,
even though I had
my own truck, man, they still was like, nah,
they didn't want to take the liability with their cargo. Like.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
And hauling their trailer.
Okay.
So I'm like, man, I ain't got no trailer money, so whatever. One of my boys, Trey, God bless his soul, he came through. He's like, look, man, you're gonna get the next job. So he gave me a little business suit. He let me borrow one of his tuxes. Had it hemmed up and everything. Solid, man.
Okay, cool.
And at this point, I didn't really talk to too many people just because I had so many haters.
Mm-hmm,
and that goes from friends to families, you know, just on my downfall. Just, we hope he doesn't make it and yada.
A lot of people don't want to see you make it, trust me.
The hurt, bro. Yeah. I remember bringing my truck home and I was so excited, man. And nobody even came outside to look at it, bro.
Yeah.
Sat there for weeks, you know. So finally, I hop on Recycler. This story is old.
Some years back. This before all the offer up and Craigslist and stuff.
Hopped on Recycler, bro, and Pacific Western Transportation, man, out in Moreno Valley. Shouts out to them too. Okay. They Mike Palacios put me on. I went down there and I called. Yeah, man, I'm gonna call you back. You never called me back. So the next day I found him.
Okay.
Me and wifey, we jumped in the truck and you know, it wasn't no map. We had map quest, you know. And if it was a new street, you know, he wasn't finding it.
You go roll to a dead end.
I risked a little bit of diesel I had, man, just to prove that I wanted to work.
Okay.
And I went down and I got as close as I could. And I called him. I said, hey, man, you were supposed to call me back yesterday, you know, whatever. He goes, okay, all right. Where are you? I said, I'm on modular, bro. I'm trying to get to you. I'm in the rig. I came because.
So you took the chance just to ride to them and just show them that you.
Yeah, they could have told me no. You know what I mean? Or kick rocks or whatever. So I went and that getting out there meant so much to that dude because he was like, "Yo, whoa."
That's dedication. Man. Like, man, this dude
like, yo,
showed up.
You really want to work?
Okay.
And long story short, they saw my driving record. I didn't hide anything.
Yeah,
you know?
That's good.
And he goes, you want to work, right? I said, yeah, I'm here. He goes, I see. And that dude, him and the owner, him and Mark, they went beyond a doubt to get me working. Okay. And the only thing they said was, look, it was about a week process, you know, because they had to go through insurance. So why was you driving on suspended? You know,
I get you tell the whole story.
And I was just like, yo, I was young, dumb, you know, I thought I was legit, and I wasn't. Pure point blank, you know, ain't no reason to lie now, you know. All right, we got insurance to approve you. You can work.
Man, bro.
Oh, snaps. I'm about to make some bread.
Okay.
He said, don't disappoint me or you're out of here faster than you came in.
So he took a chance on him, man, but he let him know openly that this one chance and only chance.
Yeah, he said, I'm going to run you under my insurance, so don't worry about yours. I'm going to run you under mine. You can use my authorities, my equipment, my trailers, my loads.
So they took care of you then.
So everything was straight.
Okay.
So, man, I took a couple trips out, and I was like, man, this feels so good. You know, this is cool. And, hey, man, we ran it. Me and my lady, we ended up getting a place. You know, we got married, had our first kid. Okay. Everything was cool. And then Mike ended up leaving the company, and he went elsewhere. I ended up going to a company driver selling my truck just because all these small regulations and EPA and all that started kicking in, and I was just like, I don't want to deal with it. Okay. So I drove company for a year, going back and forth to Montana, all of that, and that was tiring. And
that's coming from California, so you go. So how long does that take you?
Cali to Montana is like 2 days, and then we had like some 6-day round trips, you know. So snow, wind, rain, freezing rain, 30 below was, you know, what I did to supply for my family. I hated it. Okay. But I was, you know, I was driving a truck, so I was happy. So my boy ends up hitting me up. Hey, man, this job I'm over here at, man, we run Trader Joe's loads. Penske. Come through and put in the app. Okay. Nah, man, I had got so used to, you know, I got comfortable doing what I was doing. I didn't want to see anything else, you know. Yeah. So my youngest daughter at the time, I would come home. She didn't even remember who I was because I was gone so much. I was gone, man.
Yeah.
And I know some of you guys gonna be like, "Oh man, you was home every 5-6 days." Yeah. Well, that's cool, you know. And I respect any driver that's out there months at a time, but not me. That ain't for me.
Yeah.
Anybody that knows me, I know this is TMI. Well, I use my own bathroom. You feel me?
Yeah, nah, for real. That's all.
I like using my own bathroom. You
it's
feel
the way
me?
it is.
Yeah, man. So I know I didn't deserve this job neither. It was all blessings of God, man. And I put in my app, and Penske called me. Yo,
Okay.
What's up?
That's a real big company, in case you don't know.
Yeah, huge. Penske Logistics. Shout out to them too. They're great. If you need a local job or any job, PenskeLogistics.com. I think it's .com or .org. Okay. Penske/careers.com.
So, like, if somebody say, like, you had to go through a whole bunch of trials and everything to get yourself there, is it hard to get hired by Penske? Like, if you just say you just came straight out of school and
now it used to be 2 years. Now it's a year.
Okay.
You can get in. So get your year. If you're in California or wherever, just look up Penske. They got local locations everywhere.
Okay.
They good benefits day one, good vacation. One of the best I've ever worked for. You feel me? We just had. I don't like following rules, so I had to get up out of there too.
Okay.
But I was there. I started working there, and you know, coming off the road, coming home, there was a couple of marital issues just because. You know, when you're gone all the time, coming home is a fairy tale. It's a fantasy.
I guess.
You come home after being gone for a week, house clean and all of that, you know, and then you now you're home every day and you see how your kids act and you're like, huh, what?
Yeah,
and,
I get you.
You know, another fail in life where as a husband I wasn't very helpful. I was more of a
focus on just on work, doing your routine.
Nah, it wasn't even that. I was more of a. I should have been helping more than judging.
Okay.
And I was judging more than helping.